My review of the kit as it sits right now in my car. Crazy idea of cutting my perfectly good Challenger. And do I regret it? What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So in the car right now, just driving home from Cars and Coffee in Pismo Beach, and realized that my 1-year Vicrez wide body kit anniversary came up recently. I figured I'd do a little 1-year review of you know, the Vicrez wide body kit and how I've liked it so far, and do I regret it? So do I regret doing all that work and cutting the car? All right, so here is my 2015 Dodge Challenger SRT 392, Whipple supercharged, by the way. But so we're going to talk about the Vicrez wide body kit. So if you guys have been following the channel for a while, you already know everything, the trials and tribulations, the blood, sweat, and tears, everything that I went through to get this kit on the car in a way that wasn't by design, which is not the 3M double-sided tape. It is bolt-on flare kit now. By the way, the front bumper is OEM. It's an OEM Hellcat front bumper. I had that on the car before I did the Vicrez wide body kit, so that is not a Vicrez bumper. But it is the Vicrez flares and the Vicrez front demon lip down there. Those light pieces are OEM. Have videos on all that stuff down below. The install as well, be sure to check back previous videos if you haven't seen how I installed this kit, as far as, you know, it being bolt-on and not double-sided tape. So all the videos are down below on this. This is only going to be my feelings on the Vicrez wide body kit, and do I regret it? I've always wanted the, you know, the wide body Challenger look ever since they came out with that demon. It changed my world. Ever since I seen that demon at I think it was Springfest 3 or 4 years ago now. I was like, oh my god, that wide body look is just perfect to the lines that are on these Challengers. So for a while there, I was debating selling the Challenger when they came out with the, you know, the Scat pack wide bodies, Hellcat wide bodies. I debated selling mine just like a lot of people have, and have, you know, went ahead and sold theirs for wide bodies, and that's cool. But me, I've been attached to my Sublime. I love my Sublime. I love the color. I'm a little bit of a, I wouldn't say perfectionist, but I know what I like and I know what I don't like. And I wouldn't have wanted to get rid of this car just for any other Challenger just because it was a wide body. It would have had to have been a Sublime or Indigo Blue. Those are my two favorite colors. So, you know, I had debated getting rid of it, but, you know, it's hard to come by a Sublime wide body. You don't really see too many Sublime wide bodies, and when I was even debating selling it, there wasn't any that I could find. I was pretty stoked when they came out with this flare kit, because then I was like, oh man, if that'll work, then that'll satisfy all my, you know, current goals and dreams, right? So I initially bought the Icon Motorsports kit. I got it before I even got the Vicrez kit, and I saw how you attach it, because this was still early on. People didn't know how to attach these things. When I got the kit, I was kind of shocked that it was just, you know, all flat on the underside, and you had to like double side tape it to your car. So I was like, oh dude, I don't trust that. You know, you couldn't even go wider, because, you know, at that time I really didn't know, you know, that I would have had to cut the car to get that fitment that I have right now, right? So I was like, screw it, let me order it, see what it looks like. And when I got my hands on it, I ended up just sending it back and getting a refund, because at that point I wasn't ready to chop the car up. After some time went by, the honeymoon phase left, right? And then I got serious about wanting the wide body look, especially because I didn't want to pay, you know, thousands of dollars for nice 3-piece wheels and have a non-wide body car, because, you know, you get less lip, you get less concave, because there's, you know, you can't go as far out as the wide bodies do. So when the time came and I did some research on everybody who had been doing it at the time, I started researching people who cut up their cars for Liberty Walk. You know, essentially it was the same process. You know, cut the front fenders, cut the rears, 2 sheets of metal, and then, you know, weld up the seam, right? Because I wanted to do it right. I didn't want to just cut it up and leave the openings there. I wanted to do it right. You know, I love my car, and I want the work done right. And if anything, I don't really trust people to work on my car. I've been burned by some companies in the past, and I trust myself because I'm directly tied to this vehicle, plus, you know, the additional cost it was going to take to do something like that. So I went ahead and tackled the crazy idea of cutting my perfectly good Challenger and fabricating some kind of method to get these flares attached in a more permanent way than the double-sided tape. So there are actual nuts and bolts all along these flares, all along them, holding those onto the car. So I mean, the only other more permanent way to do that was if I would have had, you know, them actually you know, the bodywork molded into the car and all that repainted. I didn't want to do all the repainting. You know, anytime paint comes into play, I'm always kind of scared of it not matching perfectly, or overspray hitting other parts of the car, especially if you're gonna do something like that, because then you got to feather in to, you know, the quarters and maybe parts of the doors. So it's a whole different venture if you want to get the, you know, a kit molded into your car, right? And I wasn't ready for all that. My review of the kit as it sits right now in my car, the way I did it, is I 100% do not regret it. No, I don't regret it. It was a lot of work and took a lot of time, but the end result is the actual OEM spec wheels, right? So 20 by 11 with a 285 3520, 20 by 12 with a 315 3520, and I'm still working through, if you watched my previous video on the LD97s, the you know, the additional or the new barrel for the fronts, right, for another ½ inch. So that's going to end up being an 11.5 inch wheel, but backs are solid. So I could always even go with 325, given that little bit of spacing I got, like 5 millimeters, right? So I could always go 325 on the rears if I wanted to, but I like that mild stretch look. So the car is dirty, by the way, so if you see a bunch of debris, that's because the car is dirty. Haven't washed it. So did it myself in the garage. You know, anybody can do it. Just if you do it, you know, just take your time with it, do it right. You know, and I get people asking me if I, you know, would do it on their cars. You know, people DM me sometimes from YouTube. Hey man, could you do that to my car? I live in California, but I don't want to take on somebody else's car doing what I did. You know, that's crazy work to me, and I respect cars too much to just, you know, start chopping up people's car. This isn't a profession for me. It's just, you know, my fun weekender, and I like to, you know, have a nice looking ride. So I wanted the wide body look. So I wouldn't do this to anybody else's car. So sorry, but definitely videos down below on the entire process. I documented all of it. Be sure to check those out. They're a little lengthy, but all the information is down there. I know there's a lot of people who are now entertaining the idea of installing the kit, especially because there's like no Mopars to buy out there right now. All the chip shortages and the dealerships are out of cars and all that stuff going on right now, so there's not a whole lot of even wide bodies to choose from. So I think my car is actually still valued at, like, because I had my auto loan on it refinanced for a better APR, and it's valued at like $39,000. I bought it for 33, 34, I think, 3 years ago, and it's valued more. So shit's crazy right now in the market, you know. So people are liking the idea of being able to do the flare kit. I mean, for me personally, I wouldn't install the flare kit if I couldn't actually do a wider wheel. Like, I wouldn't have never done it with just the taping to the car, and you know, not being able to actually tuck like a bigger wheel aired out. And if anything ever goes wrong, since I did the work myself, I could always, you know, troubleshoot it myself. Nobody else to blame but myself, right? For the most part, the lines are really good on the flares. Would I do it again? I would, absolutely. I might try the Icon Motorsports if I could do it again, just because of the light piece. I made a previous video on that, my tips and tricks videos of the light piece being different on the Icon Motorsports, and that might have helped with the alignment issues that I had. So if anything, if I could try it again, I'd probably try the Icon Motorsports kit, but absolutely do the wide body kit for sure. I mean, it's the only way to go as far as looks go for these cars. I feel it's the best lines. That's gonna do it for this one, guys. Be sure to leave me a like, subscribe if you haven't, Comment down below. Let me know what you think of the Vicrez wide body kit, Icon Motorsports kit, or you know, if you prefer the other kits that are out there, like the AADesigns kit, Liberty Walk kit, the the bolt through ones. Let me know what you guys like, what your styles are. But that's gonna do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to the next. Peace.